Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom, week 34, day 1. So of course today we got ourselves Purple Guild War Day and Legends Reborn and gosh, what was the other one called? And the Kingdom Pass, and Guild War tomorrow, and anything else? We got a lot of things. But today, we're primarily going to be going and reading through the Legends Reborn storyline for Broken Spire once again. Gosh, I have not read that since 2024. I mean 2014. A decade ago. But anyways, or almost a decade ago. 8 years ago. Because, of course, this is the 8-year anniversary of the game. And, of course, last time we read Broken Spire was in 2014. So, gosh, I don't even remember what the storyline even was. And this is the first kingdom as well, so kind of cool. Anyways... of course, we're going to be going and getting our crowns as well. We need that for the Kingdom Pass. You can get 10 per day. You basically spam Explore. It takes like, what, 5-10 minutes? Probably closer to 10. The final one can be very picky sometimes in dropping. And we'll slowly start getting progress there. But anyways, I guess we'll start with Purple Tower of Doom. Probably with the AoE build we mentioned earlier. Just Dawnbringer to Queen of Tanya. A nice straightforward quick kill. I do need to go and double check my guild's thingy. Hopefully the shop is working now. I would assume it is. Somewhere's in here is the list. There it is. Okay. We'll be needing that for reference. And now they did do a little mini update, though I don't think it was like the update we're supposed to be getting, but they did do like a little mini patch, I noticed. Does the number move at all? Oh yeah, we're at 6.6.1. Also, thank you, Alistair, for the $2 tip. Greatly appreciated. But yeah. They did do like a really super mini patch earlier today. You quit your plans for a zombies game again. Oh, thank you for that. You don't have to though. But anyways, but yeah, they basically did like a super mini patch. I assume that like fixed the shop and a few other things. Speaking of which, I can actually go buy up the troop now because it wasn't working earlier. However, it is indeed working now. So let's go max out this little guy. Of course, we already maxed out the legendary earlier, the one that's in the event key drop table this week. Aside from that, there was one other thing I can go do, and that is buy the Tower of Doom weapon. I might do the entirety of Tower of Doom tonight, in which case we might be here for a little while. Actually, the guild's almost done with Tower of Doom. Nice. Let's see. How are we doing as a guild over here? Obviously, we're all the way at the bottom. The third of our guild hasn't even done it yet. They were almost already done, thanks to Papaitos going very crazy with it, as well as El Loco, who actually went the same length. But Papaitos doing a lot of the scouting. Actually, I should probably go Papaitos some gems later for all the help that they have done. Of course, as far as how far you want to buy in tiers, I would generally advise buying to tier 4 for a Tower of Doom event. This does cost 500 gems, however, you get a Doom weapon for it, which saves you a lot into the future. I might even buy all the way to tier 6 just for these cheaper colored scrolls. I have been doing that a little bit more recently. It's 850, but you get these scrolls for a little bit cheaper. Also, if you're collecting all the portraits and emojis anyways, you get a little bit of a discount on it. Or, you know, you basically get them for free on top of that. So, you're mostly doing it for the Forge scrolls. So, I haven't always done this in the past, however, I am going to start doing it into the future for the most part. So we're going to go all the way to tier 6 here and not buy any further because it's definitely not worth spamming that one. Anyways, now we have all the battles we should need to go complete out this event. So we should be good to go. I believe I have my team on copy paste, and all we really need to do is just check what the guild said to do. And in this case, just room number 2, and that's all we need. Let's click on that, paste right in our team. This nice, cool, quick AoE one. And I believe that's all we need. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope all you guys been doing well. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Jonian. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Lester. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, hello, Alistair Soup. Hello, Dwight. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Clipbomb. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Daddy Shark, and hello, Renas. Welcome. Oh yeah, the daylight saving time. Basically, time moved over by an hour. Whatever time we just started at today is the time we will be starting at. If your area doesn't do daylight saving time, it might be a little bit weird. Because now for the next couple months, everything we do will be like 1 hour off. I believe our stream is 1 hour... Wait, isn't everything 1 hour earlier? Or is it 1 hour later? Because I feel like I get the videos out 1 hour earlier because it's 2 a.m. instead of 3. But our streams are technically 1 hour later. If that makes any sense. That's kind of weird. But yeah, with how we do it, how does that even happen? Because, yeah, our Monday videos will be up 1 hour earlier because I can start recording them at 2 a.m. However, everything else is 1 hour later, like the nightly stream. How does that work? Wait. But yeah, that's kind of strange. That's kind of confusing. Anyways. I'm not sure how it even happened that way. Still confused why everything moved an hour for daylight saving time. Let's see. Okay, anyways, we did that one, Okay, we can move forward on this one. Good to go. Yeah, I guess everything's 1 hour later then. Because it's weird because the stream we always do based on it being 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whereas the video I do based on when it's available. So our stream is probably 1 hour later, but the time our video goes up is probably the same. If you're in a different time zone now that I'm thinking about it. So the Monday videos are technically the same time, though if you have daylight saving times, they're 1 hour earlier. Otherwise, our streams are technically 1 hour later, but if you do daylight saving time, it's at the same time it always is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's what ended up happening. So for people that don't do daylight saving times, our videos are up same time as normal. And for people that do daylight saving times, our videos are up 1 hour earlier. However, for our streams are at the same time for people that do the daylight saving time. But for anyone that doesn't do the daylight saving time, our streams are technically 1 hour later now. Until daylight saving time goes back or until Congress does something. Not sure what their plan was for. Were they supposed to do something with daylight saving time, like getting rid of it forever? Because I guess that's still not a thing. Because ultimately, as far as my time zone is concerned, with daylight saving time, our stream is at the same time as normal. And our Monday videos and stuff like that get up a 1 hour earlier. And the reason why they get up 1 hour earlier is I can now start recording at 2 a.m. rather than at 3 a.m. I will take this one down. But yeah, overall, Tower of Doom pretty simple. Whatever you ran for last week's purple teams, you can pretty much just run again. You can run whatever your purple guild war is. Pretty much whatever purple teams you normally use, already good to go. Because everything pretty much just scales through it. For the earlier fights, you definitely want to just go with AoE spam. Just some nice quick click and kill options. And for the later fights, we basically switch into Mang. Mang into Zugov or something similar, pretty decent. Main reason for the Mang, even though we didn't run it last week, well, last week we couldn't because last week we restricted only to purple. However, one nice advantage of this specific mode, unlike Guild Wars and unlike the mode we had for the last 2 weeks for Halloween, is you are allowed to use any colored weapon. Your weapon is not restricted based on being purple. As you can see right here, we're running Dawnbringer, of course, and that is very much not a purple weapon. So you have access to like our Skia shield and stuff. You have access to any mana accumulation option that you want, rope dart, other similar things. So a lot of options. And for these earlier fights, we're just running an AoE weapon. And for later fights, we'll be running Mang, so we could take all the attack from the Doom and then go kill them with that boost ratio. And just have a bunch of skull spam behind it and be good to go. Of course, in this particular team, we're using Throw for our mana. And we're just casting Dawnbringer and Queen Titania. If you do not have Dawnbringer, you can run Black Manacle or pretty much any weapon that hits all enemies. Ideally, one that doesn't block as much. Why do we have so many floors with only one? That's kind of unfortunate. But it happens sometimes. Actually, a lot of floors with only one. Though we do have a Lucky and Fireball on that upcoming floor, so that's nice. Let's see. Your video's moved by 1 hour. 1 hour earlier or 1 hour later? Because to my understanding, stream should be... If you're in a time zone that did not do daylight savings time, I believe my streams are 1 hour later, but my videos should still be the same time. Like the video we posted this morning, or at least the one doing the overview one, that should have been up at the same time regardless of time zone. And if you're in a time zone that does do daylight savings time, it should have actually been a little bit earlier than it's normally posted. By like half an hour to an hour. It did take a little bit longer to record, so it might not have seemed that much earlier. Just because there's so many things to go over this Monday. Wait, why can I not read this number? It's 5. That was confusing me for a second because we're on floor 5 and it says to do room 5. My brain could not comprehend 2 5s. Gems of War update. Wait, what's in the update? Oh yes, there was a mini update earlier today. It actually happened about an hour or two ago. I believe it was just bug fixes. It's actually version 6.6.1. I don't believe this was the patch we were supposed to be getting necessarily, unless they just meant for it to be like a super mini patch. But yes, we did get a little mini patch. I even saw it download. It was about 2 hours ago. It was version 6.6.1. I don't even think they posted one on the forum or their thing on it. Unless I checked, they didn't, but I can go double check real quick. I assume it was mostly just some bug fix stuff. To fix some of the issues they've been having lately. I don't think that was the patch we were supposed to be getting necessarily this month. but it was kind of a little mini patch because there's still no info on it. There's none on their patch notes. There's none on the forum. It was just like a super mini like bug fix little patch. It wasn't like a patch. It was just like a patch patching the patch. It was a patch to patch the patch, basically. But as far as the actual patch we should be getting this month, I believe we are still getting one either tomorrow or next week or something similar. Unless they only meant to do like an ultra mini patch this month. Because it's so many, it doesn't even have a patch notes. Speaking of which, I never did go over the Broken Spire reworks. I kind of didn't in that one video, and then kind of did. It was a weird mix. However, we did have a bunch of Broken Spire rework. I ended up posting a link to it in that one video. But basically, they had like an Ogre's Fury thing where you gain a bunch of attack when you take red. Fortress Gate got slightly stronger, but still pretty irrelevant. Rhinox became slightly more relevant if you're doing it in Arena, but basically no other situation. They nerfed Fire Lizard for some reason. And technically got buffed and nerfed at the same time. It no longer gains attack, but now can create some skulls. However, you would have to hit at least 3 purple gems for it to be worthwhile. Basically means it's just generally not going to work out. Also, they removed one of the only few Jinx options even in the entire game that was like somewhat like not horrible. So now Jinx is even more useless to try to use. Stone Giant technically got buffed and now destroys brown instead of removing red. Warden on Ogre Shaman to Ogre Fury basically does almost nothing. Obsidian Titan basically got some of its stuff reworked. Overall, it was mostly just renaming. Spell now deals damage to an enemy boosted by all enemy constructs. If the enemy target is construct, deal triple damage. Alright, so they buffed his ability ever so slightly to be better at constructs, killing constructs while also renaming it greatly. Lava Elemental actually got one of the biggest buffs, and now AoE hits everything, and was basically the most auto of auto wins ever in Arena because it has a full AoE into 4x burn. It also makes Atlanta look sad. Even though this is an ultra rare, it's basically better than the free epic you get from Divinian Fields. So yeah, that thing got buffed crazily. They reduced a lot of its magic, but they made it full AoE and 4x burn. Traxxas got Stone Skin and Pyromania, which is a pretty nice addition. That doesn't normally make it good enough to use, but if you are going to use it, it's better now. Ranagor just has Heavy Splash instead of Standard Splash, not really too relevant there. But I believe he does get his mana back when he gets a kill, so if nothing else, at least for Arena, he could be good. Pygra still just is irrelevant. It just spawns a little bit more red and has a higher chance to revive. Also, thank you, Roman, for the support. Greatly appreciated. Luther, at least for early game people, will actually be somewhat helpful. You're generally not going to use this later in the game, but for people who get Luther as their very first epic, he now has a barrier to first slot, and barrier is very, very useful in early game to make sure you don't die, so that's cool. This will mostly help newer players, doesn't really help, you know, the average player because this is still kind of useless. But as your first epic in the game, that's actually pretty solid now. And definitely something that we'd use probably for your first week or a couple of weeks in the game now, instead of just kind of tossing it to the side almost immediately. Shutguard creates one more red, as if that will help it actually be good. Good got a lot of improvements, not enough to make it good, even though it's probably the most amount of individual improvements of any of them. And Amarak, I thought got a 10% boost ratio, I misread that earlier, but for whatever reason they did not increase its boost ratio. Even if this thing had 100% devour rate, it would still be worse than Iron Gut, and they didn't even do that. They just increased its rate by 8% and gave it some extra damage when it doesn't kill. Overall, really bad. And of course all the other stuff we got. But yeah, as far as the rework, not much really happened with Broken Spire. It was a very, very small rework. Anything that was already bad was pretty much already bad. Everything that didn't get touched that was already good is still good. And for the most part, I don't know, it didn't really change much. Like, there was basically no troop that... basically, any troop that you weren't going to use before, you're still not going to use after the changes, basically. Unless you're building, like, a super gimmicky team out of, like, one of the site changes. Like, you can kind of do that with Etta now if you want to create, like, a bunch of purples, then destroy the purples, and create a bunch of skulls. Like, there's gimmicks like that you can do now, but it's not really worthwhile compared to Empower Skulls or just other skull spammers that already exist. That's a quick overview on that. I didn't bother doing, like, a whole comprehensive video because there really isn't much there. It's one of the reasons I kind of included it just randomly in the team's video kind of briefly. Or at least what I can remember off the top of my head. Because there wasn't really much. It was some pretty small changes. But I'm actually kind of surprised, because almost every single time we've had a Kingdom rework, there's at least like a few that kind of start coming back into the meta. But I don't really foresee anything that wasn't already being used in Broken Spire now just suddenly getting used. And anything that was already still getting used, you know, they're still going to get used. Like Ogress getting 5 to all stats during the Legends Reborn in the next week or two. Like, that's insanely good. Infernus, still, you know, really solid, even more so with 5 to all stats. It's kind of interesting because the ones that they give 5 to all stats to are kind of the ones that were already good. And all the ones that they rebalanced are still kind of bad. Even more so because they basically... It's really weird. Because the way that they allocated the pets is pretty much every single thing that was good in Broken Spire got a pet. Not all of them, but you know, most of them did. And it's kind of strange because even though they reworked all the other ones, all the pets were given to things that were already kind of good. Which means even after the rework, pretty much the ones that were still good are still just going to get used. Not only because they were still already good, but because they're literally just buffed them with a pet that's giving them 5 to all stats. Or at least in theory, by the time you get them all. It's just so strange. Because they go around and kind of rebalance all of them. But then they also buff all the ones that were kind of already good. Because the ones that got pets were kind of like some of the most insane things from the kingdom. Like Shagra, which even got a buff as well for 1 extra gem spawn. They end up buffing Ogress. It's used for pretty much every bounty hunter in existence. Plus can be used on brown or green Guild War Day if you so choose as a tank mana accumulator. They did it for Infernus, which is just a really strong all-around mythic. That can become a little bit more viable now. And what's the other one? I think the other one was kind of relevant. Oh, they did it for Lava Troll. Lava Troll's situational. Doubles all red. There's other better trolls out there, but it's not a bad one. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough mana here. Or enough reds on the board, I mean. Or enough mana, depends how you look at it, but there we go. Okay, what do we need here? What floor are we on? We're on floor number 8. Also, if you wonder why I'm missing the small H's, I'm skipping over them deliberately because they just give us more sigils, and we just like mass bought all the tiers. So we don't really need more sigils, so I'm just skipping past all of them because we're naturally just going to get enough to complete out the tower. So I'm kind of just ignoring them there. I just hopefully be enough mana and then we just wipe it. Unfortunately not enough red there, though. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, we could probably run this the whole time. I might switch to the Zugaf build thingy that we had earlier. The one with Mang and everything. However, as it currently stands, I don't know, this AoE one's still going strong. I think it normally falls off around floor 10, I want to say. Similar to how teams in Underworld tend to fall off around level 100 or so. Or floor, floor level 100, whatever it's called in Underworld. You know, around the 100 area. It starts to kind of fall off, and it's kind of similar for Tower of Doom. Except for the 10-ish area, floor 10. We do have to deal with that annoying resummon. Hopefully get a random skull here, otherwise I'm going to have to multi-poke him. There we go, random skull. And throw whatever at him instead. There we go. Yeah, like Lava Elemental's buff. Yeah, Lava Elemental got a really good buff. I was almost going to show a team for him. He's definitely more so an early game kind of option, though, because later in the game you will have way better options than him. However, he went from a must-pick in Arena to you'll be crazy to, like, never not automatically pick him. Like, the second you see him. Like, you could see the most meta 3 options in all of Arena now. And if you see Lava Elemental, you will just immediately click it without even looking at the other 2. It's just that strong now. Because it basically has a button that you just click, and it wipes the entire arena fight. You just click it once and you win. It's just that simple. Because before, it used to destroy 1 at a time. But similar to many things in Gems of War, it is much more efficient when you kill everything at the same time. Or at least close to the same time. And that's pretty much what he has turned into now. Also, one interesting thing on this team, we do have a double 13 red synergy. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to get reds onto the board. However, if there is a bunch of red on the board, not only do we get an extra turn from Queen Titania, but we also get an extra turn automatically from Thrall, which is kind of nice. We need a 4 here and a 2. So hopefully I didn't accidentally skip any. I feel like I may have. Also, we're starting to reach the point where our AoE is probably not going to be enough damage. In which case, I might just start switching to the Zugaf build. Of course, Zugaf cannot one-shot the Tower of Doom itself. However, the benefit of Zugaf is not so much in one-shotting that, but more so just getting your skulls rolling. And he's just a great option to do so. Plus, of course, there are 3 other things on the team that you will be able to go in one-shot. So even if you can't one-shot the Doom itself, it's not too big a deal, because everything else can be one-shotted. And just take it out that way. We got a luck scroll here. What was the other one we needed? 10. Also, just as a disclaimer again, I always forget to mention it for the thing. I'm pretty sure most people know by now, but just in case. Do not copy whatever rooms we are doing. It is different per guild, so if you copy whatever ones we're doing, it is not the same as what you have. It is different per guild, so whatever your guild has gotten is the same. So the 30 people within your guild will have the exact same rooms. However, different guilds will not have the same, so whatever I have is not the same as what you have. So do not copy them, as you will be doing the wrong rooms, most likely. Okay, got our unlock. What's the other one? I think that was it, right? For floor 10 here. Looks good to go. All right, let's move forward. So far, nothing really getting in our way too much, luckily. No super annoying fight. But in all fairness, Tower of Doom, this late in the game, is kind of easy these days. Mostly because as we get more and more stats. Tower of Doom, when it first came out, was kind of scaled to the stats that existed, like, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, whenever that was. Nowadays, of course, we have a lot more stats than then. And definitely is quite noticeable in Tower of Doom. Just because, you know, it's just way easier now. Our selection of what we can use is better. Even though we still had a pretty good selection back then. But mostly just our stats are higher. Just naturally through all the stats that have come through the game between those increments of time. Also, hello Bill, hello Supernova, hello Sushi Ninja, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll take the extra turn. Don't have anything else, so we'll just go for a Dawnbringer. We'll have full mana the following turn, so we'll go for Leprechaun now. Go for a Thrall. And that looks like a win. Unfortunately, we do have to sacrifice 1 turn here, as we'll not have enough. Let me actually do Dawnbringer first, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I did the Dawnbringer so we can kind of protect ourselves some. But now that I'm thinking about it, that isn't really too relevant because they have nowhere near enough damage to even kill us anyways. But that's safer to do for when we get to the later fights. Do Dawnbringer first. So by the time we reach the later fights, we'll probably be retiring this team for good old Zulguff. Okay. I need to get like a different pad thing for my armrest here. I always like it being like a tower or something, so I can keep replacing it whenever it gets like dirty or something similar. However, the way I currently have it set up, it always wants to fall. I almost want to like tape it down or something. Let's see. We'll throw that one down. Exactly 13 red. Actually, you know what? I should have went for Thrall first, so I could have had another Queen Titania off the guaranteed 13 red. That was a slight mistake, but it's fine. Because we could have guaranteed extra Thrall into full mana Queen Titania, and then we would have had mana to already win. Okay, we have 12. Okay, that's just a 3. Simple enough. Coffee and donuts. Oh, I love one of those 2 things. Actually, that reminds me. I haven't gone out for donuts for a while. Though my mom did bring home Krispy Kremes a couple weeks ago. Which I haven't had for like, I want to say almost like a year prior to that. Technically, Krispy Kremes has like some nut-related products that they do inside their facility. However, that does not stop me from wanting to have Krispy Kreme sometimes. Very rarely. Though my favorite donut place around is called Mr. Donuts. The only problem is it's way too far to walk to. So I haven't been there in ages. But they definitely have the most filled donuts in my area. It's really nice. Because that's something that quite a few places have skimped out on, particularly Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts is a really huge offender of not putting nowhere near enough filling in their donuts. I'm not sure what kind of policy they have on how skimpy they have to be, but it is pretty skimpy. Like, you can get a jelly-filled donut and forget it was even a jelly-filled donut midway through eating it, because there's so few little jelly in it, and other similar things. Because a sign of a good donut is if you, like, lift it up, like, let's say, like, 2 feet above the plate, and then drop it down. If it explodes open, it is a good donut. If it does not explode open, it is a bad donut. That's pretty much the donut test. Does it structurally explode from a couple foot fall? If the answer is yes, it is filled enough. If the answer is no, then it is very much not filled enough. Okay. We need 2 here. It is the donut test. And not a fan of Krispy Kreme. I definitely wouldn't eat at them a lot, that's for sure. Well, for obvious reasons. Also for health reasons. But, I don't know. They're nice, like, on an ever-so occasion. I do have to say, glazed donuts definitely aren't my favorite type of donut. I'd probably have to say Boston cream, or those ones with, like, that chocolate... I'm not sure if those have a proper name. But the ones that have, like, the chocolate filling with the white powder on them, those are good as well. But basically, any form of jelly with sugar on them, or, you know, the jelly-filled donuts with sugar on them, the Boston creams, the The white powdered ones with like the chocolate thing in them. Or chocolate mousse or whatever it is, the chocolate filling thingy. Those are my favorite by far. But yeah, glazed are okay. They're not like my go-to donut, but you know, if someone brings home like a, or to a party or something similar, like a whole thing of glazed donuts, you know, I'll take out like half of them. But they're generally not a donut I go out of my way for. But you know, if there's like several in front of me, yeah, they're gonna be downed. But I would not go out of my way to necessarily get a glazed donut. But you know, if you put like 5 in front of me, they will not last more than an hour. Let's see. We'll go with that. So this team's starting to get slightly slower, but still quick enough that it kind of doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure we can go all the way with this team if we really want to. That tends to happen a lot of Tower of Dooms as well. Like, I'll get, like, almost all the way through. It's like, this team's starting to fall off a little, but we're already almost all the way there, so it's like, I might as well just keep using it. Depending on what your magic stat is, I definitely feel like you would need to switch out around this time. However, we have a high enough magic that's not too big a deal yet. Oh, he's going to deny all my green. Luckily, I got that before he could. Please, 13. No! He denied 1 red with an explosion. So unfortunate. Though we have enough now if he lets me have it. No! He denied my red again. Oh, could he? Oh, he should have went for Dawnbringer first. Oh, that was scary. Just kill my Dawnbringer. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to switch out team. Into this next set, we got to. They even got a kill on us. That's not allowed. Fine, we'll switch to Mang. We'll go all in skull spam, so we can't possibly win. Of course, we get an extra turn all the way at the end when it doesn't even matter. Our first extra turn to the fight in is all the way when the fight's already over. Okay, fine. We'll go to Mang. We're starting to get deep enough to definitely kind of want to switch out. Alright, there we go. So we're running Titan Mang for this one. I need to go to Guild, Tower of Doom. Of course, don't forget about Guild Wars tomorrow. However, luckily, Guild Wars does not apply to today. Though do make sure to set your defend team and everything. We need battle number 2 over here, which oddly enough will actually be easier, and I could have probably kept the AoE team. But we'll go do Mang. A little warm-up battle for it. Before we get to the ones that actually have higher stats. Yeah, generally, if you're looking for a good donut place, any of the chains are all bad. You have to find, like, a local donut place or, like, a family-owned one or something similar. Like, all the mainline chain donut places are actually kind of bad these days. Or at least not as good as the alternatives. Because they get really skimpy. And the quality of just everything just isn't that high these days for them. Are we good to go? 14? Okay, we're all fine there. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, it was Tyrion's question. I didn't see the question. Let's see. How long would 69 donuts in front of you last? Gosh, weeks. I could down 12. Probably 2 days in a row. But then I won't want to see another donut for like a month. You know what, I'm actually gonna go for Skull here. Uh, 15. What do we need here? We need a 2, a 5, and a 3. Also, hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Emernator. Welcome as well. You know what? I'm gonna go for Preemptive Mang. I'm sure I'm hitting last slot. I guess because that's normally what her Doom is. Because you normally want to hit the Doom with it. However, in a standard fight, it's kind of irrelevant if you hit last slot or not. Because it doesn't actually matter if you're, what you're hitting at that point. So please don't miss. I already got a miss. We don't have guaranteed, so I'm just gonna do that and hope he lands. Oh wait, I could just hit him with the thing. Whoops. I forgot. Mang doesn't have a lot of damage, but it does do some damage. Let's see. 15. We need a 2, a 5, and a 3. We'll take the 5, take the 3, be good to go. So you need you to overuse some donuts? No. Though honestly, I should go to that place that I was mentioning earlier again to see how their donut store. I wonder if they're even still in business. I would assume so. Like, that's one place that could technically be shut down during the pandemic, but because the main appeal of that place was actually just going in and eat, because they had a really nice atmosphere. Honestly, of any kind of eatery I've ever eaten at in probably like the last almost decade, it had one of the most relaxing atmospheres. It was very nice. Let's see. Oh, we need this one. Oh, what do we need? We need purple. Problem is I can't take purple. As I give him extra turn purple, which is even worse. I guess we just throw down Mang and go from there. Because that allows us to set up and everything, and then we just win. I'm going to do this first, even though it's probably going to miss. Then we Zoog off, and then we win. Oh, somehow you're not dead. There we go. You just realized my nut allergy doesn't apply to donuts? No, it does. Well, I see. A donut. A donut's not a nut. It's obviously. Let's see. We'll take that one over. I need purple, but I'm going to ignore it because we're just going to go for scaling instead. I really wish Mang gave 1 mana to all other allies. If there was any weapon that would benefit so much from having that, there are a few that do. But gosh, would Mang gain such a gigantic benefit from just giving 1 mana to all allies? I think it does to Brown or something similar. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have the actual benefit thingies. Mostly because there's one really annoying one that kind of gets in the way. You know what? I'm not going to risk it. Good play it safe. Okay, now we'll risk it. There we go. Alright, what floor are we even on right now? Also, if you're wondering why I'm doing so much Tower of Doom, despite the fact that our guild is pretty much already done, one interesting thing about Tower of Doom is you actually have to do it to floor 25 in order to get all the loot. Basically, until this says number 26, you have to keep doing it, which means 25th floor completion. The main reason for this is you keep getting a Doom Scroll every single time you end up clearing out this fight. Like when we take this one out, we'll get a Doom Scroll, so on and so forth. And to get the maximum amount of scrolls, all 25 of them, you would have to go complete floor 25, basically up to until this is floor 26. If you do less than that, even if your guild's already done, you will be missing out on some of those scrolls. You'll be able to get all the rewards here, regardless. However, you'll be missing out on some of the scrolls that you could be getting from progressing further. So it's one of those events that you actually have to go pretty deep into to get all of the loot, unlike many other events where pretty much as soon as your guild is done, you would also be done. However, this mode is not like that. Even if your guild is done, you still have to go to floor 26 in order to have all the loot for the event. Otherwise, you're missing out on some of those precious scrolls that almost never come back around. Okay, let's go kill out that because he's impervious. So we're not really using a burning thing, but still. We'll do it on you because why not? We'll do this to deny your attack just a little bit if we can. Fortunately, he's going to get some extra value skull, which is a little scary there. I could have actually extra turned into skull myself, but one Zugoff will just end it anyways. Okay, what's the other fight we need here? Because I believe there was another. Yes, just a 5 for the unlock. And we're moving on. And we're almost already done with Tower of Doom, as early as it started. Also, we'll hand out 2 codes again today, by the way, in celebration of the 8-year anniversary of Gems of War, or at least the first day of the celebrations. So we'll hand one out. Actually, I'll hand one out right now, or as soon as we finish this fight, anyways. And we'll hand out the other one a little bit later. Ooh, that's a little bad of a board. Let me go take a preemptive skull. I'm then going to go for the attack still and hope that it lands. It pretty much does. And then we're going to go for... You know, I'm just going to go double skull, because you can't deny every single one of them. Rather than going for mana. Right, that's all we needed for this floor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're almost already done with Tower of Doom. Though we still got plenty of other events to do this week, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to hand out a code. Let me go do that right now. In this loading screen here. We actually have quite a bit of codes, too. Luckily from Kafka. But there you guys go. Also, hello, Debbie! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code will be found in your settings menu. Redeem codes are right over there in chat. And just copy paste the random numbers and letters and gives the same word as... Oh, wait, what? I'm doing this such a weird order, but you know. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Anyways. Let's go throw down another mank. I should probably throw the first one over there. But I saw he had score reduction, and my natural habit was like, must kill. It has reduction. Okay, I'm about to cast this for literally 1 mana. Actually, I lied because I'm going to do this. I know the insta-kill doesn't kill it, but the skull will. There we go. Because that's one nice thing about Zugoff. Even if you don't get the insta-kill, it does still do the skull spam regardless. Black Beast actually works like that too. Back in the day, Black Beast would not create skulls if it had no target. However, to this day, it still will create skulls even if you don't have a target. I believe it even still full heals you, which is really weird. Because before, back in the day, they used to do that for balance. But for whatever reason, if I'm not mistaken, you actually still get a kill, or you still get the full heal every single time, even if you don't devour something, which is kind of strange. That definitely makes him even stronger than he already was. Of course, a very situational troop, but a fun one nonetheless. He's definitely one of those troops, or like many troops, that is under the category of very fun to use, though not practical to use in most situations. I'll catch you later, Defiant. Oh, never mind, it was Chad that was leaving. I'll catch you later, Chad. Also, hello, Defiant. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Also, been wearing the shoes quite a bit lately. Thank you a ton. Well, obviously, because they're pretty much just my new shoes. I still haven't thrown away my old shoes, just in case as like a backup pair, or if I need to do something that's super dirty, just so I can use those shoes instead. You know, the older ones. But yeah, the new shoes have been perfect. What we're doing here, 12 and 2. Oh yeah, I already did it, so we just move on now. Actually, we can almost start using our scroll thingies. Hello, Travis. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I need mana. I need purple. I have none of the things I need on this board. Fine, we'll stick a skull. Get a mang. Throw that down. Get ourselves a... Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the purple over there. Get our other thing over there. Destroy the whole board. Go for Zugoff. Get another one over there. I would like for things to actually start dying. Because I feel like we've gotten almost no kills this fight. Okay, this is a little bit of a weirder situation. Because our main damage source kind of just died, but there we go. Luckily, we can make anything to a damage source with Wild Queen. It becomes our new damage source. Anyways, what's on 18? On 18, we have a 4 and a 2. The 4... Oh, also, I need to go give gems to whoever scouted the most for our guild. I always do that every single time. I'll give them like 75 gems or something. Help cover some of the cost of all their scouting. It's not a lot, but if some people pitch in the guild, it can cover some of the cost, if nothing else. Plus, they still get some of the benefit from, you know, just the extra battles and everything. All those extra scrolls. Alright, we are almost dead on hero. You need to not die. Gosh, how are you so close to that? I'm going to do that just in case. Clear out the board. And then the Zugoff. No! Okay, good. I did pick up a barrier there. Honestly, I almost want to use Earth's Fury, just so if something dies, we're just kind of good to go. Kind of like how you can do with Wild King. But instead with Earth's Fury. Because Earth's Fury is basically Mang, but it distributes the attack to everything on your team. The downside to that is... it gives you less attack onto each individual unit compared to just Mang all concentrated on one. However, it has the upside of, you know, going across your entire team, so when your first slot dies, well, your second slot has the same amount of attack value. With a Mang, you're kind of just focusing it all on one single thing. So we'll do that. Get a nice throw down. Hopefully 13 plus red. Unfortunately, it denies it, so we're definitely not getting that. Throw down a Zugoff. We'll do it onto you. Actually, why did I do that? I should have went for one of the other ones, but it's fine. Wild Queen you, because you're probably going to die to his skull. Or this extra turn, that works too. Just going to clear the board so we can get another cycle going. Unfortunate. Double unfortunate. Gosh, give us anything. We'll throw that down. Getting really unlucky on the cast there. At least they have like 0 attack to use for the rest of this fight. I should have taken that one Cascade, but it's not going to matter at this point. And he's dead. Alright, that one a lot slower than we'd want it to, but overall it's still not too slow. Slower than where we'd want it. Also, once we get to about floor 22, floor 23, we're going to have to look into starting to use our scrolls. You generally want to use them as late as possible, because the later you use them, the more value you get. If you're planning on going further than 25, you probably want to wait to use them all the way until Saturday or Sunday. However, if your plan is just to get to 25 completion, you tend to want to use them on 22, 23, 24, 25, you know, around that general area. Right, we'll Wild Queen you. And at this point, pretty much it's good to go. I'm actually going to go for a Mang, just to set us up into a kill here. Only problem is I need to actually get a skull. And there's a skull. Another Doom down. What are we at right now? 19. All we have to do is floor number 5. Perfect. Exactly what you want to see. Okay, we'll take a red. Try for purple off the sky. I didn't get it. At this point, we're already going to have enough mana, so we'll go for you. Throw down a Thrall, get everything rolling. Throw down a Wild Queen. Hope you don't miss. You need to get stunned, even though you're probably not going to. No, I was going to say that looks like enough red. It's one red short. That's so unfortunate. Once again, one red short. Gosh, it's really, really unfortunate. I'm going to do this just because it will auto-kill what summons, and then we just win. Pretty much the second. Honestly, I feel like Zugaf and Wild Queen should be swapped. Their position on our team. And that was the only floor, right? Yep, only the 5. Okay, on to the next one. And we're pretty much already done. We're almost done. And we'll hand out another code in a little bit. We'll probably do it after we finish reading the storyline, because the thing we're going to probably do next is the entire storyline reading. So we're going to read through the entirety of Broken Spire, something I have not done since 2014, 8 years ago. So it has been a very, very long time. Some of you have probably a little bit more recently, because you may have recently started the game, or even if it was a couple years ago, that's still somewhat recent, kind of. However, I have not read it since 2014. So I actually do not remember, like, at all what the storyline even is for Broken Spire, the thing that started it all. Very first kingdom. I better do some voice acting? I'll try. Who even talks? It's Luther, Shegra. Does Shegra actually even ever talk in the storyline? Don't remember. Isn't it mostly just Luther the whole time? Okay, we need a 2, a 3. Gosh, how is there so much power? We got a power, and a power. This whole floor is literally power. Wait, I don't even believe that. I gotta see it. How is this whole floor power? I don't think we got in a single power up to this point, yet the entirety of floor 20 is just straight power across the entire thing. That's kind of insane. Like, every single room is just power. Alright, we'll take that down. Get a Wild Queen, because why not? We'll do Zolgoth, because why not? We'll hit the win button, because why not? Okay, we'll hit the win button a second time. Let's see. Where'd you go? You disappeared. Because he got resummoned. There we go. Alright, so we got a power. And now apparently a power. And a power. What's even funnier is they're all next to each other. It's 2, 3, and 4. The 5 being the unlock. So not only is it 3 powers in a row, but it's 3 powers quite literally in a row. I'm actually going to do this on him just to make sure he doesn't escape, in case we can't find a skull very quickly. That'll give us an option to auto-take a skull. And then he's dead. Hey, hero, you need to stop trying to die. Wait, that's not enough damage? Oh, that is. Also, you do not... And there's another power, and then we get a 3rd power in a row. But you do not get any penalty for dying in Tower of Doom, unlike Guild Wars. Guild Wars, you want to make sure you don't take that much damage, you don't want deaths and stuff like that, as that does penalize your score. However, for Tower of Doom, it just matters if you complete out the fight. So you're allowed to take as much damage as you want, and we'll have no negative penalty on you at all. There are quite a few modes that are like that. Guild Wars is not one of them, though most other modes, you know, you could lose as much as you want, and it doesn't really matter as long as you don't lose the entire fight itself. You're allowed to lose as much as you want, like, during the fight. Alright, this thing needs to die immediately. To enough of a degree where I'm just going to take a skull to kill it. So I probably should have taken that brown first, but oh well. We'll go for another one here. Also, this thing's also going to be annoying, once again. Let's see. He's not going to devour us. I can just go poke him, though. With his score reduction, that's actually enough for him to live, so I'm just going to go for his Zolgoth here. As long as he doesn't kill us, we're fine, and let's match. Oh, or not. Wow, that is a big miss. That's enough damage. I'll just take a skull. I'm not going to risk the Wild Queen if we already have a win condition on the board. And there it is! 3 powers in a row. That is pretty insane. Yeah, look at that. Power, power, power. And that's what it was. 3 powers. I don't think I've ever seen 3 powers on the same floor. We've got the power. Anyways, we also got the Valraven. Let's go kill that. I'll take that one over. Throw a Mang at the Valraven. Actually, no, you know what? That's not a good idea. Let's do this because he has a high score reduction. I want to go Zolgoth the Valraven. And do that. Boom, dead. There we go. Oh, no extra turn. Unfortunate. Taking a lot of damage there. I'll Wild Queen that just in case we miss. Just to make sure... actually, that was a good call because we actually would have died if we didn't do that there. Unfortunately, we might still die to the follow-up. However, we have a solution to that. Make our next troop the Skull Spammer. And let's get Zolgoth up in this match. Or the Skulls from Sky. We'll just kill him anyways. I forgot. We get a Skull Storm when an ally dies, which is actually kind of convenient because an ally just died. Also, I think that's the first floor where we have to actually take every single one of the rooms. At least as far as today is concerned. Also, just as a reminder, whatever rooms we're taking is different for every guild. So don't just copy each one of them, as it is different and personalized per guild. So So you do, because that's the main gimmick of this event, is you basically have to communicate with your guild what all the rooms are, so you know where the better rooms are. This does require some people to be scouting ahead, of course. But with that information, the rest of the guild will know what are the correct rooms. And you simply just take those correct rooms, and you're good to go. And the reason you want to do that is you do consume 1 sigil per room that you take. So it is very important to end up doing this, otherwise you will end up wasting sigils on rooms that don't have good loot. Okay, so on 21, what do we have here? We have ourselves a fireball and 4, so 3 and 4. Which are this one, and then the one right over in the corner there then. Luther sounding like James Earl Johns is your headcanon. Honestly, my headcanon for what he sounds like is the developer of the game. Because he used to use the icon for him. So now whenever I see Luther, I can't imagine any other voice in my head other than Steve Fonkin, or whatever his name is. I always get his last name wrong. It's Fawkin, right? Something like that. Something weird like that. Some kind of like Australia last name. But his voice is the only thing I can think of Luther as. Can I do that voice? No. However, it is what I imagine Luther as sounding. Falconer. It's not Falconer. Or at least it's not spelt that way. Is it actually pronounced that way? I don't think it is. Oh no, Valraven's gonna escape and I didn't click the right button. Oh good, I still have an extra turn. Okay, all is good. That was almost really bad. Though I don't think we need the extra sigils. Tassie, who is James Earl Johns? I have not the slightest clue. I don't think I've ever heard the name in my life. Yeah, Fawkner. That's it. However that is pronounced. Oh, you know what? We just win. Might as well hit the win button. Otherwise, I would have taken 2 turns. Unless we double scold from Sky. Alright, floor 22. We can almost start using... How much power and flames do we have? We have 3 fireballs, 1 heroism. Let's see. So what floor are we on right now? We're on floor 22. Wait, where's the rest of them? There it is. Okay. Interesting. Because it's fireball, 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 heroism. So this is the last time we have to do anything on the floor. Because the rest is just fireball and heroism. This is the very last floor we have to do normally. Oh, what do we need here? We'll take a brown. Throw it on Mank. Let's get our... Oh, wait! Oh, good. Wait. What? Do we have immune to entangle? How did he just not entangle me there? Wait, does stun? I don't think that... Has that always done that? Does stun take priority before their traits? Because I don't recall that being the case. Because shouldn't he have entangled us there? But he ultimately didn't. Oh, I had Blast Potion. Oh wait, I need that hand if I'm not mistaken. I need to go grab that soon. But it was from Blessed Potion, wasn't it? Okay. I was going to say, because we should have been entangled there. Because last I recall, the priority order for that is it would still stun him, but we would get entangled. However, the reason we didn't was because we still had Bless. As we start with Bless, among many other effects. But yeah, that's why. It was Bless that saved us. Because I was going to say, we should have gotten entangled there. But, yeah, it was because of Bless that we didn't get entangled. That makes sense. Oops, I just take that for not an extra turn. Whoops. We've already won. There we go. Didn't waste that much time, though. Alright, final few fights. Let's go do it. And it took under an hour. Alright, where are we at right now? 23. So I think we just start fireballing, right? Let me just do the math on it again. We have 3 fireballs, 1 heroism. How many rooms do we have left? We're on 23. Fireball, 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 heroism. Heroism, and stun. Alright, just fireball everything. First I need to know what the numbers are, though. I can't fireball what I don't know exists. Okay, it's 3 and 4. So we want to take 3, fireball. Boom. And you go to loot for it. Take out 4. Fireball. Boom. And that should be the unlock. And there we go. That means this is the second to last fight we have to take. Because we just heroism the final floor. Second last fight time. Okay, let's go... throw down Mango New. Just to make sure our early skulls will be able to kill and connect. We'll take a yellow here just because there isn't really anything I want to take. I'll take a skull here just to get you out of the way. Because I want to go... I need mana. I don't want a mana yet. I'm just going to mana now. Because now is our last time we get to Zulgoth. So we'll get that in. Wild Queen that. Hope it connects and then we won. Boom. Alright, final fight time. So what do I have to fireball? I have to fireball. This is the very last fight. 24 is 2. So we fireball to 2. Boom. Unlocks the unlock. And here's our final fight. Because we just heroism the final floor. To auto win it. And then we're done with Tower of Doom for the entire week in only an hour. So pretty good time. Though we've been able to get most of Tower of Dooms done in an hour lately. I feel like realistically it can take a couple hours, especially depending on how far your guild is scouted and all those other factors. But we have been getting pretty close to under an hour, assuming our guild already had it scouted. Which generally they do. Also, we need to definitely go gift a bunch of gems to whoever scouted the most in our guild. As it is greatly appreciate their efforts. As it does make this go very quickly. And there we go. Already dead. Boom. And that's Tower of Doom in basically 50 minutes. And technically we still have one more floor. Just double check one last time that there's nothing else on 25. And there isn't. And all we have to do now is throw our only heroism at it. And then boom, we're done. And the whole reason why we did up to 25 are these Dark Forge Scrolls. You get one every single time up to 25. So once you hit 26 and further, there's no point in doing it because you no longer get Dark Forge Scrolls. That's the whole reason for doing it up to this point. But there we go. We're done. As soon as this is floor 26, you're done with Tower of Doom. Unfortunately, I don't think we have all rewards yet, but the guild will get around to that by tomorrow. Who knows, maybe even by tonight. But definitely by tomorrow, we'll be truly done with Tower of Doom. But yeah, there's 2 goals you want to hit every Tower of Doom. Hit stage 12 here across your guild, and hit this until it says floor 26. If you've done those 2 things, you've gotten all the loot for Tower of Doom. And there's also a leaderboard, but it's not too relevant. Hey, we're actually in 12th place on leaderboard. Congrats, guild. Alright, who was our MVP? It looks like Papados was our main scouter. So let me go give Papados a bunch of gems. Let's see, guild. Guild, please click. Where's Papados? Papados. We should probably just do an alphabetical. Where is he? Papados, where are you? Gosh, I'm about to just put in alphabetical. Oh, no, my thing just fell. 1 second. Oh, no, my TV, not TV screen, but my laptop screen. Papados. Okay, let me go give you, like, 3 of these. This is the right person, right? Yeah, it is. Papados. There we go. Yeah, it should be the right one. Check after the fact. Because I should have checked the level, because that would have been the easiest way to do it by 2, just make sure the name aligned. Yep, that's the right one. Because, wait, yeah, it's so weird. You can't do it from Elgo the Helpful as well. But I'm pretty sure they already maxed that out. Yeah, they did. But oh well. But there we go. Let's see. Wasn't Syrian his tag? Yes. He uses the tag Syrian. But he used to use the image of Luther. And his actual name is Steve F-A-W-K-E-N, or whatever you say that. Anyways, there's a code from earlier. We'll hand out another code in a little bit. But there's Tower of Doom completed. That is one of like 1,000 events that we have going on today. So, next event. Let me go take this pet real quick. Because I have like 0 copies of this. When was this even added? We got this like, what, a month ago? It was pretty recent. But anyways, this is run like a standard team, I guess. Doesn't matter too much. Some like slight Phoenicia seems okay. Any Phoenicia variants out there? But yeah, we got a lot of events this week, gosh. Because we haven't even done half the events we have today. We did the most time-consuming one. Because that's the entire week of Tower of Doom done in 1 day. In under 1 hour. However, there's still a lot of them that we need to poke at. We still need to go do Legends Reborn, to go do the storyline thingy, which we'll be reading as well. Reading the whole Broken Spire thing. We still have to go get the crowns, which you have to do every single day. The crowns take about 10 minutes. It's not that bad, but the last one can be a little finicky sometimes. And other than that, I gotta make sure everything's in order for Guild War tomorrow. Because we do have Guild War this week as well, if there wasn't already a billion other events. We do have the good old Guild Wars. Of course, we'll be doing that at the beginning of every stream as well, for the rest of these days this week. And on top of that, we also have an invasion event this Friday. It's going to be for rogue invasions, which means you could just go with a like rogue spider kind of. Wait, I just reminded me, I didn't go a rogue spider team for the thing. I ended up showing the invasion killer. So the invasion killer has a fun gimmick where if you have enough gold, she gains all of her magic back, or sorry, all of her mana back. So you can just keep spamming it over and over and over again just to win. It's very nice. You could just spam her into a one-shot, into a one-shot, into one-shot, and just keep doing that over and over again forever. Because her ability is, if she has a certain amount of gold, she'll gain all of her mana back. And there's no cap to how many times you can do that, so you just do it over and over again until you win. And simple as that. Also, I wish you would get mana so you could just wipe. You literally just have to click one single button. You got this. Click it. Click it before he summons. There we go. And final 2 fights here. Also, we didn't have enough damage for that fight. I guess because you get a bunch of extra life on that one troop. Makes it so it's not enough. Because normally you can one-shot that one. It's normally these last 2 that you can't one-shot. But we got skulls for that. So we'll do that. Hopefully get alignment here. Perfect. Exactly what we want to see. And a smash. Exactly what you're looking for. And final fight. You know what? Yeah, we'll go for Leprechaun. You normally don't want a Leprechaun on this final fight if you can help it. But our starting board is kind of bad, so go for it. I do have Perpetual Red Storm. I do. So all we need now is just another Phoenicia and a smash. Oh, I'm like wondering why it's not casting as I'm like clicking right above the button. Ah, there we go. Easy as that. Give us like 10 copies. Go. Oh, I didn't even see how many it was. It was only 1. No! Pretty sure it was only 1 or 2. But hey, it's still an upgrade. Like, I spammed that so quick. Couldn't even see the thing. Oh no, we actually got 3. Hold up. We would have gotten 3 copies there. Actually, that's not too bad. Cool. Anyways, just a little bit of brown mastery. That gives us about a 0.0000001% higher chance to surge whenever we hit a brown. Whenever we take a pair of 3 brown. Honestly, the 5 gems is probably more useful than that. But hey, at least it does something. Anyways, on the billion things we need to go do, let me go clear out adventure board real quick. So every single day this week, we're going to be getting a special adventure board that will most likely have Imperials. So one of the days will probably have 10 gem keys with 2 VIP keys or something similar. Though maybe not, given that we already got free VIP keys today. Don't forget to go claim it. You get yourself 2 VIP keys and 50 gems for free. And we get some other free thing on the 13th. Anyways, let's go do adventure board next. And then we'll go do the storyline and read through the storyline. And then we'll go do crown farming. And we'll end probably on crown farming. And just fixing up our Guild War teams for tomorrow. Which tomorrow, I believe, is Brown Guild War Day, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least for PC Mobile. Keep in mind, if you're on console, it's probably a different day. Because for whatever reason, it's weird. Like, every single platform has a different one. But because PC Mobile is cross-platform, it has the same. But like every other version of the game, for whatever reason, has a different one. Which is one really weird thing about it. Why it's like that, I have not the slightest clue, but it is. So for example, we might have Brown Day tomorrow, but like Xbox could have like Red Day, and PS4 could have like Blue Day or something similar. I'm not sure if that's actually correct, but they could be like 3 completely different colors. And Nintendo Switches, I don't even know if they have Guild War this week. Actually, did they even get the 8-year anniversary now that I think about it? I'm not sure if they did. That's kind of funny if not. Because there's a non-zero chance that the Switch version didn't even get the anniversary. Or at least not all the content for it. Because I'm not sure if they're on current patch. I don't really keep up with the Switch version of this game anymore these days. Just too much to keep track of. With how behind it is. Which is funny because I still play the Nintendo Switch almost every day. Not the Gems of War version, but you know, the console itself. Which reminds me, I believe we're getting new Pokemon news tomorrow. I will be very addicted to that for the rest of this year in 2 weeks from now. Very, very... Oh, that reminds me. I need to go get my dad a card for his birthday soon. Let me go ship all that down. Because I need to remember, because I will forget. Because I believe it's the same day that Pokemon comes out. So actually, that reminds me. That means between the streams, I'm gonna have to when we take a break between the two streams, I'll need to go call my dad for his birthday. Because we're gonna be streaming almost all day. Because his birthday's on the exact day that next gen Pokemon comes out. So literally, when we take like an hour break to like drink water, eat some food, I need to go remember to also call him. Let's see, we'll take that one over. Oh wait, why'd I do that? I'm so used to having purple on my team, like, my natural instincts on every team I ever have is like, I need to take purple to fill Thrall. And then on a team I don't have anything that uses purple, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. There are teams that exist that don't use the color purple. This one technically does, but also technically doesn't. Because the only thing it needs purple for is the Leprechaun. And Leprechaun in almost every situation will only cast one time. At least on most teams anyways. But there we go. Anyways, let's go read through the storyline. Let's see. Let's go read through the storyline. Actually, before we do that, let's go play the dungeons. Oh? Oh? Perfect top 3? Oh, so close. Okay, let's do it. Let's play Guess That Dungeon. Your favorite game show that almost no one ever wins at. Not us, nor chat. Like, we almost have a 100% lose rate across the board. But let's start a poll. Which is the correct room? 4, 5, or 6? 4 is left. 5 is middle. 6 is right. Alright, let's play Guess That Door. Which is the correct room? We have lost this almost every night. But we'll see how it goes. See what it comes out to in a moment. Let's see. Got a lot of 4s coming in. 6 is at like 0%. Not literally 0, but compared to the other 2 right now. 4 and 5 are just going at it today. Which means you know it's going to be 6 now. Alright, we'll let the poll go for several more seconds. Give it a little bit. People who might be a little bit behind on chat, maybe on mobile version where it's like 30 seconds behind between the stream being behind and the mobile also being behind. Because I know my phone can sometimes get like that. Because I still have like a weird system where I use like 2 different phones. And my older phone still like lags like crazy. Because I use both of them for different things. And the newer phone I tend to use more so when I'm out. Whereas my other phone I use still a lot when I'm at the house. Because I'm using it just off the, you know, the house Wi-Fi. But, gosh, is it a dated phone? Kind of like our dated computer that's like 9 years old that we have the chat up on. Anyways, we'll end the poll now. It looks like 5 is trying to get in there and squeeze to victory. But we'll end it right there. Okay. We're going to click 4. And you will have the satisfaction of knowing you were right if it's not 4. Oh, no! Was it actually 5? We got a lot of votes for 5. No, it was the lowest one again! 6? Gosh, we just need to start taking 6. Oh, so hello, Ginky. Welcome, welcome. Gosh, it's the lowest voted one again. Everyone lost again. Or not everyone. 16% got it correct. Which I believe based on the poll was like, what, 3, 4 people? But anyways, okay, we have to deal with freeze. That's not too big a deal for this team, though. Oh, wait, I just forgot. This team can't run this high of a level, can it? Whoops. I forgot. I need to go change over to the Zolgoth team. This team cannot double cast win, which is the whole point of using it. Oh, now we gotta go accumulate a bunch of mana. But then again, you're allowed to retreat from this fight, aren't you? I'm not going to, but you're allowed to. We could. Oh yeah, I forgot we're frozen. I was like, oh, we'll take an extra turn for this. No, you can't. Oh no, my red, I needed that. Oh no, my Phoenicia is gonna die the exact second and we'll have full mana. You know it's gonna happen. Literally the moment we get full mana, it's gonna kill us. Oh, I'll take that. Survive, please. Thank you. Alright, let me go switch to a real team. Or at least a real team for this level range. Standard Zugoff seems fine. One day it's gonna be 4. It has been. It has been twice now, I believe. Or once? I don't remember. Starting to lose track of these. But it has been. My only concern is the second I don't click 4, you know it's going to be 4. The second I'll be like, it's got to be 6 because it keeps going 6. It's going to be 4. That or that sneaky 5 when it's in the middle there. There we go. And of course, since we're not going to really get much Dragonite any other way, we'll go spend a little on Dragonite. Anyways, we still got a billion other things to go do. Mostly only 2 other things. Well, I guess 3 if we're prepping for tomorrow as well. Though it's not going to be much prep. I mostly just want to go upgrade our little thingies in guild and kind of be good to go. Actually, might as well do that now. Because the only thing I didn't really set up for tomorrow is getting some stats. Also checking where we even are in the guild. Let's see. Did we get a really high ranking? First things first, what bracket are we in? We're in bracket 4, so a little bit harder. We are way down though. I'm in the lowest tier. Okay, we'll grab this. We are in the lowest possible tier. It's always weird with how Guild War works too, because once you're in the lowest tier, you kind of stay in the lowest tier. Not always necessarily, but you have the least amount of stats when you're lowest tier, meaning you have the highest chance of technically losing even more while you're in the lowest tier, which means you'll have a higher chance of also still being in the lowest tier. It's like a self-perpetuating cycle. So hopefully we'll get out of it. We normally do a lot of the times. It just takes everyone else being slightly unluckier. Anyways, we still got 2 other things to do. Read an entire storyline and do the crown farming. But let's go do the storyline next. So of course we do have a Legends Reborn event. With this we can kill a bunch of brown in order to get a bunch of loot. We'll be buying all these up probably tomorrow or Wednesday. For now I'll just be ignoring them. However, one thing that we will be doing here... also we're not buying the money one. Obviously the money one's overpriced. We're just going for the free one and a gem one. And speaking of free one, we're also going to do the storyline. So let's go read through the storyline. And in doing the storyline one, you will get a free Flame Troll pet. For the free ones, for getting 300 brown kills, you will end up getting the Ogre's pet, which is used for Bounty Hunter, as well as just in general as a mana accumulator. And if you pay a little bit of gems, you'll get the Shagra pet. And the money locked one is for Furnace, which is also pretty good. However, it's better just to get it for free in a couple weeks from now, rather than spending money for it. Anyways, let's go do this pet. So, with the gates destroyed. So this is the very first storyline in Gems of War 2, all in this new little format. I have not read this since 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I did on one of my old accounts. But the first time I ever read it was back in 2014, so 8 years ago for the 8-year anniversary of Gems of War. Anyways, with the gates destroyed, we headed into the Ogre's Fortress. There was a smoke everywhere, and signs of recent battle. Stop! I heard noise up ahead! I see. Ogres. Fighting. Goblins? We should help the goblins, but take care. They'll likely think we're foes. Let's go kill them all. No, strangers keep away. Oh, only 2 goblins. Oh, but I guess, yeah, because this is literally like you starting the game. Like you literally just like started up the game. Boom. This is your first fight. 2 little goblins. They also have revamped these fights, I believe, a little bit since I originally played them 8 years ago. As far as team will run, they're low level, right? Yeah, we just run Rowan. Just gonna run Rowan quick kill. Gosh, I still remember the first night I ended up playing Gems of War. It was fun. Though I eventually got gold gated. Because back in the day, there was almost like an energy system with how much gold you had, because gold was way harder to obtain. Way back when the game first started. To enough of a degree where you could actually run out of gold to do battles. And there was a troop called Alchemist that was very beneficial to never run out of gold. Because, you know, he still does what he does today, give a bunch of gold. However, it was the very last rare I ever got. I believe I got every ultra rare in the game before I ended up getting him. Despite him being the most relevant troop in the entire game at the time. Due to him allowing you to never run out of gold. The ogres were defeated. One goblin even offered to join us. We'll need all the help we can get the days ahead. Help? For what? This island holds a secret treasure. I need to find it. Let's go get our treasure. The goblins told us about an ogre in the fortress. Looks like he has some werehounds. They're loyal and fierce in battle. We could use them. Sounds like we have some hunting to do. Also, you used to start with werehound. I'm not sure if you still get them as a troop when you first start off the game. Haha! Let's get those hounds. Let's go get our hounds. Also, Warhound, when the game first launched, was only a green troop. He was actually a rare that only had one color. He was the only rare to ever have one color. Oh, sorry, he was a... Wait. Yeah, he was a rare that only had one color. And eventually was made... No, was he a common that had 2 colors or a rare that only had 1? Now I forget. He was one or the other. I actually forget now. No, I think he was a common that had 2 colors. He, back in the day, was the only common that had 2 colors, but then he was made into a rare. Because, you know, rares don't... commons don't have 2 colors. They all only have 1 color. So it's changed. But he used to be a common back in the day. Instead of a rare. He also didn't have that explode mechanic. Yeah, I believe you still get Warhounded early in the game. Also, hello, bees. Welcome, welcome. The hounds were ours. Hunting, you said? Aye. There is a beast on the island. Another ogre? No. Far greater than that. Once, my brothers and I hunted it together. Oh, is he talking about Shegra? Or Rhinax? He might be talking about Rhinax. Well, we made our way to a second fortress. How many fortresses are there? All the fortresses. 3. Each one higher than the last. Looks like each easy enough. But what are these beasts up ahead? Oh, yep, there it is. Rhinax. Nasty big brutes. Ogres keep them as cattle. Also, this did get a buff in the slight rework that we had earlier. They now do splash damage, which is 50% to adjacents. Before they had light splash, which is 25% to adjacents. Honestly, not even sure why light splash even exists in the game. As normal splash is already kind of weak, comparatively, or at least compared to heavy splash and some other mechanics. But yeah, so they do 50% to adjacents now rather than 25%. Whereas back in the day, they used to only do 1 damage to adjacents. Back when 1 damage mattered. Well, even then, it barely mattered. But back when 1 damage was actually considered a lot of damage. They finally nerfed the maze banner. Yeah, I saw that. I actually have not mentioned it this stream, though I did notice that earlier. The maze banner... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Well, I'll go show it in a second. The Rhinax smelled terrible. It'll take a week to get the stench out of my armor. How far is the second fortress? Not far. I've been there before, but we never breached this one. We will this time. Alright, before we continue this real quick, but yeah, they actually nerfed the banner. I made sure not to show any teams with it as well this week, because they did end up nerfing it. It was one of the things I forgot to mention in the video. But yeah, I made sure not to actually show any teams with it because, yeah, it's not useful anymore, or at least not as useful. So they finally fixed the bug of that one banner that was a feature that was not a feature, that they said was a feature that obviously was not a feature. But yeah, this banner is now a +2 green, +1 red, -1 purple. It is no longer +2, +2. It is still very useful. However, it is now a lot less useful. It is now not the most broken banner in the entire game. It is just a banner. It's still a good banner, just not the banner anymore. But yeah, that has now officially been fixed. So yeah, it no longer has the extra red. You can still play around that pretty easily though. But no longer is it like super ultra broken. Anyways, where were we? Let's continue questline. Legends Reborn. Where were we? We reached the second fortress. Ready to fight? Aye, but take care. There are 2 gates to get through. Okay. Any other advice? Be quick. Be quiet. Don't let them see you coming. Also, it feels so weird having so many fights that don't even have 4 enemies. But you do have to keep in mind, of course, these are set up to generally be the first fights, or not generally, literally the first fights a new player would ever be fighting. So it seems a little bit weird coming back to storyline later because they're obviously pretty much pushovers. Having a full team on a lot of them. Which means we might be able to get away with using Rowain even deeper than we normally would be able to. As the concentrated damage ends up going a bit further. Because if there's less enemies, well, the concentration damage technically does more damage overall. We breached the second fortress gate. That was unexpectedly well. I lost 1,000 men on these walls last time. What? How many men? You heard me right. But we were betrayed by our allies. Dun dun dun. The fortress seemed too quiet. Oh, that was a perfect opportunity to say, the fortress seemed quiet. Too quiet. The bodies of Luther's warriors were nowhere to be seen. How long ago were you here? 8 years ago. 8 years ago on that notorious day, we started playing Gems of War. Anyways, not that long. Maybe they burned them all. Ettins and Shamas or Shamans? Wait, Ettins? What are Ettins? I guess those little tree things. Ettins and Shamans. It might be worse than you think. Rowan are even deeper. Did you miss something? The two that last die to something right in the beginning? Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's why. It's mostly because these are the very first storyline in the game. So there are some fights like right at the beginning when you don't have as many troops where it's like, we're just gonna throw like a single enemy at you or like 2 enemies. Well, that would be cool if we got like a boss enemy into the game, like a true boss enemy, where it's like 1 enemy that counts as 4 slots. The ogre shamans were shameless. They'd use Luther's own troops against us. You fought bravely. My best days are behind me, my young friend. I'm not so sure about that. Looked to me like you were just getting started. Luther hesitated. ... we need to burn this fortress. Burn it? Why? It's the only burial I can give my men. I understand. Once we do this, though, they'll know we're coming. I don't think it'll matter if they know that we're coming, because they will immediately be obliterated within seconds. They are already dead. Oh no, fire! No, 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 no! What do you care? You have skull spam now. You get to synergize with flamers. Though I still feel like it's not worth using. Like, there's so few situations where you're realistically going to get value from him. Like, even if he does 12 skulls, there's so many things that already do 12 skulls better. Especially with Empower Skull Convert. We gathered the bodies and set light to the pyre. It's done. May their souls find some peace at last. We'd have taken this fortress if our allies had played their part. The Knights Coronet of Sword's Edge curse their filthy hides. We were ready to charge the gate, and they opened fire on us. The path looked to be getting steeper. What can we expect up ahead? I'm not been this far before, but expect more Rhinox. Up this far, I guess they're more nimble than they look. Maybe some Hippogriff too, and if we're unlucky, some stone giants. Aw, poor little double Rhinox team. They're so dead. Plus we got full mana on turn 1. They're so dead. Actually, technically it goes even quicker because it doesn't even have to go through the animation of each one getting hit individually, because there's so few. I was like, hey, you're not allowed to put a hawk there. Didn't this used to exist back when the quest line existed? This troop did, but that one didn't. What are you doing putting something that doesn't belong there? That didn't exist back when Broken Spire released. Alright, I'll throw down that. Hopefully that's enough mana. And he's dead. He's not dead. Wait, they can survive a hit? That's news to me. Also, it would be lovely if we could surge a single time. Please, mana. Black mana will go. Oh, I just realized I'm not set to armor, am I? That's a good reminder that... Oh, it keeps going to the thing every single time I click out of it. The final fortress was within sight. Do we need to get past this fortress too? Aye. What I seek is in the caves beyond. Caves? What lies there? Shagra. Dun dun dun. The lava worm. She has that which I need. The buff. Well, technically Luther got buffed too. I was about to go check something. I already forgot what it was. Oh yeah, armor. I meant to go change the armor. Because that's what Rowan needs. And this entire time I've not been running with armor. And that one thing, that one cast not one-shotting kind of reminded me. The third fortress blocked our path. We can't go through the gate like this time. No. There's fire has been lit. They'll know we're coming. And we can't go around it, under it, or through it. So we go over it. We'll need to catch some of those hippogriffs. free. Gosh, 4 of them. Not like they're going to do much. They kind of need Hunter's Mark to even attempt to do something. Even then, they're pretty irrelevant, and they're dead. Bunch of Stone Giants, and by a bunch of Stone Giants, I mean a single one with a bunch of Rhinox, which is a kind of a weird team now that he denies all brown, but I guess he destroys it, so he still gets some mana accumulation for it. Also, Black Manacle's not enough. I'm not sure why I'm trying to click it. And there we go. We each had a Hippogriff. I don't like this plan, but I see no other option. You'd think the order of the dragon would know how to fly, eh? It's not a flying dragon. It's very much a magma-burning dragon through ground. Wait, you were a Dragon Knight? Aye, I'm the last one, and I'll not let my men's deaths be in vain. Let's fly. The Hippogriff put us down beyond the fortress. It worked, but now we need to get into those caves. There'll be guards, and most likely, and worse. Worse? You're talking about that lava worm? Aye, and her children. Wait, it has children? Since when? Are those little Pyrogra's its children thing? Because I don't think that was the part of its first storyline. Well, that's how Lava Elemental was, but Lava Elemental also didn't exist when the storyline was written. Unless it got rewritten. Yeah, I believe it did get rewritten during one of the patches, but I never actually got to read it because, you know, the storyline only existed way in the past. This is like the first time it has recycled back around in 8 years. Because I believe at some point they did slightly rewrite the first area compared to what it was like ages back. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if they just rewrite some of them in general for the new format, so that it works better for the new format. 1 HP. What on earth are you doing? The caves were hot and sulfurous. Where do we go? We're looking for a lava worm. So, we take the hottest, brightest tunnels? Aye. She'll be in the heart of the mountain. Alright. Several more fights to go. We made our way deeper into the mountain. Dun dun dun. Now, the dangerous parts. This has all been a dangerous part. Aye. But the Ettins here worship Shegra. So they'll have her children helping them. Right, let's go and kill all the things. Hey, Pygras, you didn't used to exist. I assume that's a little Shegra children. Also got a buffed. It does more red spawn now and has a higher chance of making a Pygra. This troop did not used to exist when the kingdom first came out. It was added at a future patch, like a couple years into the game. I was like, hello, Ouster Soup, welcome back. Currently reading through the Broken Spire questline. Something we haven't done for like 8 years now. Because that was the first time we ever read it. Ages back. Oh no, that's not enough to kill. Well, Black Manacle it is. That's why he's there. Actually, I'll just do Rowain. It doesn't really matter at this point, but let Rowain have it. Also, for the final fight, we gotta win with just Luther. Gotta remember to switch. We were almost there. We may yet hold the prize in our hands. The Heart of Shegra. I must take it back to Sword's Edge, which is also a weapon now. My queen. Yeah, Jezebel. Oh yeah, it did get rewritten, because those two things did not exist when this storyline first existed. My queen, Jezebel, lays dying of poison. The heart will cure her. Only the heart of a lava worm can burn the poison from her body. And yes, that heart does have cleanse on it. We just need to get through this glowing cave. There are 3 stone giant statues. I can't be this easy. I sense dark magic at work. Let's proceed carefully. Let's go absolutely wipe these battles, and I believe we have Shegra. Gosh, why is chat always so dirty? My queen Isabel. That's funny. Let's go take out all these statues. And I believe we just straight into Shegra fight. Also, really? We're not one-shotting anymore? That's kind of surprising. Gonna need to use like a Magnesia or something for the next set to have enough damage. We do it in a couple days on the next set. And then from there, we'll probably just run like Zugoth builds. Luther and Hero? Yeah, we can do just Luther and Hero. I'll do the Hero Sword. Actually, I'll do the original Crude Club. Crude Club was the OG original weapon. Now you get like some kind of weird blue weapon. But back in the day, you used to get Crude Club when you first started the game instead of that one blue weapon that you now get. They're both a 4 mana cost weapon, but the newer one does 1 more damage than Crude Club. But Crude Club used to be the starting weapon, but they changed it for Hero Sword or whatever that one 4 mana cost blue weapon's called. Finally, we've made it! At last! Now, we just need to kill this cursed worm. Just make sure not to damage the heart. Alright, let's go kill it. And we'll do it with style. Okay, play, but change our team. Please, let me click button. We've cheated the odds at every turn. Are you ready, my young friend? Sugar is unlike any foe you faced so far. I'm ready. Let's do this. And we marched in to face the lava worm. There it is, Shegra. Another mortal seeking my heart. I will devour you. Oh, that's funny, Shegra. Devour is not a mechanic that you had. Also, they changed this final fight. It's now 3 Pygras with Shegra. It used to be a bunch of ogres and other stuff with Shegra. Anyways, let's go change our team. So I don't need... So yeah, I don't need my team that we used for the thing anymore because it's already saved and I already did it. So let's go get ourselves a new Luther. A newly buffed Luther, if I could type in words correctly. Save filter, go back to normal. Luther. So Luther got a buff. He now barriers your first ally, though he no longer has leadership. I believe he has fireproof instead. And also, let's go with Crude Club. So Crude Club is the original weapon you used to get. The new weapon that you now get is this one. It's called somewhere's here. It's called Sword of Heroes. It does 1 higher damage. As you can see, this does 25 damage, whereas Crude Club does 24 if we go to Crude Club. But Crude Club was the... Oh, never mind. Wait, hold up. Never mind. Wait, are they both the same? Wait, are you higher? Hero Sword. Where'd it go? Oh, never mind. It actually does 1 less damage than Crude Club. Oh, you know what? It might be because of the perks. Because this one gains no magic. No, this one gains 1 magic. Does Crude Club gain 2 magic? No, it also only gains 1 magic. Interesting. No, Crude Club actually has 1 higher damage than Sword. Interesting. But yeah, this is the original, or this is the original weapon you used to start with. Now it's this one, whenever you first start out the game. However, the OG weapon is Crude Club. And actually used to be kind of meta because of some weird things that you can end up doing with it with mana. So let's do it with this. Also, we gotta do it as Warlord. Let's see. Though, technically, can I set, like, no hero class? I don't think I can. I can set no perks on my hero class, I guess. That's not the banner I want. I want +2 brown, +1 red, but not minusing that. There we go. I just roll with this. Doesn't really matter what a hero class is. Let's just roll with it. Luther with a Crude Club. The OG weapon with Luther who just got buffed today. Alright, I'll take you down. Let's go use our newly buffed Luther. Actually, let me take a skull first. So that gives a bunch of attack to all allies, as it always does, but it also barriers your first slot, which in this case also happens to be our Luther. Luther is actually kind of relevant to use if you're a newer player now. I'm pretty sure a lot of newer players still would, because it might be the first epic they ever get. However, now it's really useful because of barrier. Barriers are really good early game mechanic, since it just negates a whole instance of damage. So it makes it a lot easier to just kill things. So we'll go for this. Crude Club's probably going to do almost nothing this entire fight, because realistically at this point we're just going to win off of just skulls off of Luther. Also, I'm not sure why I'm giving him skulls. There we go. Crude Club, go. Keep poking him until he's dead. You got this. There's a lot of instances in early game where you have to use like skipping of turns in order to set up into skulls, because skulls are so important, not just because of Luther, but just in general earlier on in the game. Because skulls do a lot more damage overall than casting when you're super early on with almost no magic. Crude Club is why you spend your masteries into red. Well, it didn't really need Surge, though. You could just give it a +1 banner. It's one of the reasons why it was kind of good too. Same as that blue weapon, because you just give them a +1 and then put the other +2 into something else. And even if you don't surge, you get full mana. We have Shegar's Heart. There is a hope for the queen yet. I must have returned to Sword's Edge, but I'll be back soon. I've grown weary of the politics here. Hey, speaking of politics, U.S. elections tomorrow. Good luck. I'll be waiting, Luther. And that was how I met General Luther. There we go. The storyline, where it all began. Also, we get this little flame thingy. But there we go. Cool. But yeah, I believe that is rewritten compared to the very original one. I believe that was done in a patch like a year or two ago, the rewriting of that storyline. But I never got to read it because, you know, we didn't really ever get to start the game since then. Since we already did it 8 years ago. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's go upgrade a little pet. And after all that, we are still not done. If you thought we were done, no. There's still one other main event we have to go do. So we got to go get 10 crowns every single day. This is mostly for the Kingdom Pass. And we'll be showing off all this loot once we end up getting them. Which means tomorrow I'll be able to go show the Fire Beetle. It explodes a 3x3 block, then creates a burning gem for each red ally or enemy. Overall, not too good. But it does have 2x burning with some immune to burning, while also having some score reduction. It's pretty bad, but, you know, it's kind of a troop, kind of. Like, you'd rather use Marilith, same mana costs, same colors, way better than it. But nonetheless, it's another upgraded troop for Broken Spire. But anyways, let's go and get these crowns. So the easiest way to get crowns is to very quickly kill a battle. The quickest way to kill a battle is, we actually show 2 teams for it. One is a Dust Devil team, and the other is, you know, standard Rowan quick kill. We were actually just using that for the quest line. However, there is a third that I didn't bother showing for it, mostly because it uses 3 Ironhawk, and that team is, well, 3 Ironhawk. So if we just click a button, we win. And we just keep doing this until we have all the kills we need. And that's pretty much the whole game plan for the crowns. We already found 2 of them randomly, I believe both during that one video. However, we still got to find another 8, with the last one being notorious for taking forever to get. It could take as long to get the last one as the other 9 combined sometimes. There's one of them. Oh no, this team doesn't kill. Okay, new plan. The team I showed for the video was actually correct. Hold up. Scratch that. The video was 100% correct. This team does not have enough damage to actually kill him. So the one I showed for the video is the optimal one, because you cannot use this one, as it is slightly short on damage. Whoops. Okay, well, I'll use the exact one I mentioned then. Perfect. Well, let's go with the same one from the video then. And of course, earlier today we covered a team with 12 teams on it, or a video with 12 teams on it. I have the copy paste for all of these. Everything that we use for Tower of Doom, everything we're using for the crown farming, pretty much everything for the whole week, including invasions this Friday. We already showed a team for that. As well as the factions for tomorrow and all that good stuff. Also, we're getting the pet on Wednesday. The 8-year anniversary pet right around the corner. But if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Because at this point, we're pretty much just claiming our 10 crowns and then probably calling it a night. As at that point, we're almost going to be 2 hours in. A little bit of a longer stream tonight. Though, of course, we have 1.5 billion events. But we did finish the entirety of Tower of Doom. We are 100% completed with Tower of Doom this week. The only other things we have to go poke at is everything. We still got to do the crown farming every single day. We got to do Guild War every single day this week. We still have that Legends Reborn thing going on. So that's really only like every few days or so. You have to do it like 5 total times. We did it once. Still gotta do it the other 4. Like every 3 days it unlocks the next little area. Shegra never stood a chance. I almost forgot that was even a Shegra fight when we were doing those other 2 things earlier. Yeah, we could do it in a location where there's a lot of brown kills. The main reason I'm doing it here is because, well, actually, there's pretty much no reason. This is where I normally like to click. But, we're gonna easily have over 300 brown kills, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, Drox Doom does have a higher brown ratio and still one-shots to it. I guess we could go migrate over there. Wouldn't hurt. Our brown ratio would be slightly better. Not in a rush to get it, but at least that'll allow us to go over all that tomorrow night. Also, tomorrow's probably going to be a pretty long stream, too. Because we have a faction event. We have Tower of Doom. We have a new troop coming in, technically, off the paid pass. Though there's not much to really show with him. And we're also probably going to have the completion of the 300 kills. Oops, this is on the very wrong level. That's not level 1. Unfortunately, I had to give up one of the crown guys, but there he is. Also, missing one of those isn't too big a deal. Because, you know, they just keep spawning. It's not like you permanently lose one crown if you run from one or get defeated by one or something similar. Because it's based on 10 per day. So you could fail against a bunch of them and it doesn't affect your 10 per day. Obviously, it'd be quicker if you kill them every time you see them. But you do not miss out on them if you if some of them kill you. Or if you run from the fight or something similar. You got a verse 4 drop? Actually, I got a verse 2 drop earlier. I can't remember from what. But from something earlier today, I got a verse 2. Wasn't that during the video earlier? No. It was from something, though. Maybe when I was just testing a team, I don't remember. I just randomly got a verse 2 and was like, oh, I should probably go focus that. Also, I believe early December is the next Vault event, by the way. Pretty much a month from today. Around the time of the Game Awards. Which they should probably have the voting for soon. Though you know what's going to win, obviously. It's going to be Elden Ring. A game I will probably never play. Actually, I was mentioning it earlier. To this day, I still have not played any Game of the Year game ever. I think the only exception to that, I think, is Ocarina of Time. But, like, any of them in the 2000s, I have not played a single Game of the Year game that has ever won in the 2000s. This is almost guaranteed Elden Ring this year. Nope, I have still not played Breath of the Wild. I own Breath of the Wild. I still, to this day, have not done a stream for it. When we're going to do that, definitely before Breath of the Wild 2, that's for sure. But to this day, I've still not played Breath of the Wild 1. Or, you know, the only one currently that exists. When does that game come out? Probably next year. It has gotten delayed. But I believe holiday next year is when Breath of the Wild 2 is probably coming out. If I had to guess. No official date. Oh, they might try a little bit earlier so they could actually try winning Game of the Year again. Though then again, maybe it got delayed even further, because aren't they doing some other Link game next year? Because they had to delay what Breath of the Wild 2, but they still wanted to release like some kind of product. But we will be doing Breath of the Wild 1 at some point. It's on the long list of things I need to go play that still haven't played. Yeah, holiday next year is the most likely time. Because they want all those juicy holiday sales. It'll definitely be like around the holiday or before the holiday if it's going to come out. Because Nintendo always has at least one really big release every holiday that's like, we're going to make all of our millions off of this one. This year, that is Pokemon. Next year, it'll probably be Breath of the Wild 2. How are we doing on these kills? I need one more. Oh, no. I need one more. This last one can take, like, 10 minutes sometimes. It can be really finicky. I'm not sure why they made the ratio of accumulating it so weird. Because the way that it scales, it makes this last one absurdly rare to actually get. Like, you can do, like, 50 fights before you find... There we go, good. Okay, we got lucky today. But sometimes you can do 1 billion fights before you find that thing. No Pokemon Scarlet till we finish Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild would take, like, at least a week. Like, that game would not be that short. Or I don't think it is anyways. Especially if you try doing 100% completion, there's no way I would do 100% completion of that game. But anyways, there's our 10 crowns. Make sure to do 10 crowns per day. Very important to do so. Even if you're just doing the free side, there's some pretty juicy loot on the free side. Unlike the standard other pass, where the loot's actually not that good on the free side normally, other than like maybe some deed books. But honestly, the loot on this one's not too bad. You actually get at least one copy of all the troops except the legend as well. And a few other things, some Imperial. No deed books though, is there? Deed books only on paid side. And you also get a weapon all the way at the end. So you actually still get some unique loot. But yeah, and we'll keep continuing this. We do get a new troop tomorrow, technically. It's a pretty irrelevant one, but a new troop nonetheless. It's definitely the most skippable paid pass we've ever had for one of the Kingdom Passes. But I still end up paying for it, so we can go get it and show all the stuff early. Plus we get a few Imperials in there, if nothing else. And it's stuff we don't have to worry about getting later. Anyways, guys, any other questions? Any other anythings? Otherwise, I believe we have done all the things finally. It took like 2 hours. However, I believe every possible objective that can be done today has been done. Because what's everything we had? We had Special Adventure Board. We did that. We had the free loot off of the thing for the 8-year anniversary as well. We did that. We have 2 different guild-related events. Guild War, I already prepped all this. We're good to go. All of our defend teams are in order. We got all of our stats. We're good to go. Tower of Doom, we did literally the entirety of Tower of Doom in under an hour. And we're just waiting on the guild to finish out the last little bit of points, but they'll do that on their own. And probably in like the next hour or two at their current rate. We had a Legends Reborn. We did everything we can with that, except for the 300 kills, but we'll worry about that tomorrow. We did the storyline for that. Can't go any further until later. So we did that. What other events was there? Anything else? Anything else on the building things? We got our 10 crowns. We just finished doing that. You can do that every single day. Oh yeah, second code. Wait, did I not hand out a second code? Wait. Did I not hand out a second code? I thought I did. Wait, can anyone confirm? I thought I handed out second code. Did I really not hand out second code yet? I meant to do that around the time of the storyline. Let's see, I see one code. Was there not a second one? Because if there wasn't a second one, y'all go hand out one real quick. For anyone still here. Wait, I never did hand out a second code, did I? Hold up. Let me looking all the way back. Let's see. Or am I going to buy the Royal Kingdom boost? No, it is very pointless to buy the Royal Kingdom boost. The one that gives you like 10 extra tiers. Because isn't that all it does? Yeah, this is really, really useless. All it does is buy you 10 tiers. It's a huge waste of money. Okay, I didn't hand out a second code. Let me go do one then. But yeah, let me go do that. Here you guys go. Here is the second code. Enjoy. Sorry, that's a little bit later. I meant to do that around the time when we did the storyline. But then I kind of forgot. Right, there you guys go. Second code for the 8-year anniversary of Gems of War. And we'll probably do a few more this week as well, just to kind of celebrate the 8-year anniversary week. Tomorrow, especially on Wednesday, because we're actually getting the 8-year anniversary pet on Wednesday. Tomorrow will be pretty standard, though. Because since we already finished out Tower of Doom, we're probably just going to do Guild War, then mess around with the faction, farm our crowns, do the other standard dailies, and we're pretty much good to go. Then on Wednesday, we have the pets. Thursday's pretty standard event day. And then Friday, we have invasions while a billion other events go around. But yeah, we'll be starting with Guild War every single day, as we normally do, for a Guild War week, as that's starting up tomorrow, so make sure you have all your team sets. And we'll start off every single stream doing that then, and then go into all the other things that are going on this week, of which there are a billion of them. But luckily, most of them are pretty short. Tower of Doom we already finished, so that's one whole less thing we even have to worry about for the week. And I just have to worry about everything else. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, as per usual. Greatly appreciated. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. Keep in mind that our stream starting time is a little bit weirder. It's off by, it's 1 hour later if you did not set your clock back recently to daylight savings time. So if you're wondering why it's an hour later, it will be like that until our government figures out how to do daylight saving time. Or to not do daylight saving time. And whenever they finally abolish it, we will finally have a consistent stream schedule that does not keep shifting by an hour every, like, half of a year. But, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But do keep in mind, all that stuff is kind of, like, shifted by an hour. So whatever time we've been starting at is, like, basically our new stream starting time until the hour gets shifted back or until it stays like that forever. I'm not sure how they were going to do daylight saving. But who knows? Maybe the new Congress, they're getting new people in tomorrow. Maybe they'll finally fix it tomorrow. Or not literally tomorrow, but, you know, maybe the new batch of people will. Highly doubt it. Haven't really been following politics much, but they definitely need to fix daylight saving time. It sounded like they were going to last year and then didn't. But who knows? Maybe they will next year. You know how slow they are. It takes them at least... It's basically like the devs of Gems of War. If they say they're going to do something, it'll be like 3 to 4 years before they actually do it. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful week. And best of luck with the 8-year anniversary week of Gems of War. Goodbye, everyone.